because we are running a little behind schedule, and this is specifically going to be the full motion video percent of the game. And if you don't know that, it's because, well, the Sega CD version included some pretty sick full motion video cutscenes that tell the story of Ecco the Dolphin, the first game. So, we're going to get right to it. The first history glyph is just right here at the beginning of the game. The vortex feed upon the earth. And I am just going to let this play out. I will be right back. All right. Let me tell you, playing this on the Sega CD back in '95 blew my mind. A little 7-year-old brain was like, this is it. Graphics can't get any better than this. I love the crab. I also like how the sizes are a little more proportional to real life in this cutscene. Can graphics get any better? I don't think they can, Ed. I think this was peak right here. This is what sold me on the Sega CD back in the day. I mean, for, like, the Sega CD version, that was 1995, so this probably would have been, like, late 1994 in terms of development. That's some really good 3D CG for that period of time. So, you know the deal. Start off with some 3D swimming stages. I will not be going for the Trellius Bay cutscene skip because I've messed up my inputs for that. So I'll lose 8 seconds on that level, but it's okay. One of the things I especially love about the Sega CD version is there are no lag frames. It is locked to 60 frames per second, which the Genesis version very much isn't. But the more powerful Sega CD hardware, it just blazes through it. Angel Studios, thank you. I was actually going to ask about that, but very cool. And you know the deal with Crystal Springs. There's a puzzle, but it's easier just to swim through a wall. Now, this is one of those levels that lagged kind of a lot on the original Genesis, but the Sega CD version, it is butter. To this day, I still think this has some of the finest pixel artwork on any platform. Just the detail, the stylistic consistency, it's phenomenal. And it's a really nice package on the Sega CD combined with the Red Book audio.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Cronoon?
Heard there's some tides going on. Crap, tides. Of time!
There are some tides and some time.
So, about the music here now, you told me this, and I believe it, but I don't know the truth of it, but wasn't the soundtrack for this and Ecco 1, the CD versions, wasn't that, like, famous in the New Age community?
Yes, I believe I read that somewhere that, yeah, both Ecco 1 CD and Tide CD, the soundtracks, which I believe were on like the Songs of Time album, whatever, ended up charting on the New Age charts back in the day.
It's amazing. Video game music history right here.
I mean, when you're good, you're good.
It's true.
And we're gonna go ahead, get a lift from these dolphins, and jump around the glyph to exit the level. And, because of Chubbis, I'm gonna go for the even stupider skip here. Free Chubbis. The sub-pixel perfect, frame perfect trick, which only saves time if you do it right the first time, but third time's a charm. And I gotta say, as much as I like the CD soundtrack, I've gotta agree with Ed on this one. I am partial to the Genesis FM synthesis. It's just got such a unique sound for me. I absolutely love it, but the CD tracks... The CD tracks are excellent, and just as like an atmospheric sort of thing, like, I would keep the CD tracks on in the background, but I think on the whole, the original Genesis tracks probably fit a little bit better.
That's what I was gonna say. The Genesis works better as video game music, but the CD like is just totally listenable on its own. Just not in relation to the game as well.
Oh, what's up, Marceau?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, that was Cronoon. Another very fine Ecco runner.
I'm in and out. Love it.
Mostly out lately. You gotta come back. There's a boatload of new stuff in this game.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna work backwards through Defender of the Future first. I don't know how that makes sense, but it doesn't.
No, I think all franchises are best viewed in a reverse order, you know?
Well, reviewed, yeah, actually.
Alright, and we turn into a bird to get knocked around by other birds.
Nice.
And I think history glyph number 2 is in Asterite's Cave. Kronoon, while you're here, if you could do me a solid and look up what levels have the history glyphs, that'd be pretty awesome.
Let's see.
Because I think there might have been one on Fin to Feather, and if there is, I'll just debug menu. But I'm pretty sure the second one is Asterite's Cave. Okay, we're gonna do something stupid, but funny. Ah, damn. Didn't work. Was in the wrong setup. Okay, we're gonna try to screw it up again. So it's funny for a different reason. When you're inside that wall, you can do something to zip Ecco to the other side and into another wall. It's slow, but it's funny. So, just like me. Okay, so we're gonna try... Oh my god! Well, that didn't quite work, but now we're, Okay, well, we'll just... do it the proper way, I guess. Yeah, Ecco kind of went off like a bottle rocket there. There we go. Yeah, 165 games released on the Sega CD in North America, and sadly, none of them were Ernest Evans. If if you haven't played Ernest Evans, I recommend playing it on the Sega CD because it is ridiculous. Like, even more so than the Genesis version. Okay, push through a rock here. And unless I'm stupid, this should be history glyph number 2. History glyph 3. Okay, we screwed up. Okay, so we're gonna... We're gonna skip this and, there we go. I think it was Fin to Feather was, history glyph number 2.
I'm trying to find, like, any kind of info on the Sega CD version specifically for, like, where the glyphs would be. But I don't know of a good resource. Everything is, like, oh, what's Sega CD version?
The Brady Games strategy guides. gives a listing of all the history glyphs.
Oh.
If you can find a PDF of that somewhere.
Oh. It's like, they have this online? That'd be amazing. But
Okay, it might have been...
the secrets to win the game.
I'm genuinely confused right now. I don't think it was Two Tides. It might have been Trellia's Bay somewhere. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. The last level of the game has a glyph that just shows all of the cutscenes at once. In the interest of me not looking any stupider than I already do, what does chat say? Should I just, should we wait until the last level and watch all the cutscenes at once? Or should I go out of my way to find them?
I feel like a dog sniffing his own butt, so looking for
Alright. Alright, then it is settled. We're gonna go to Asterite's Cave. And since we've already used the cheat menu and will not get the secret password as a result, we're gonna just do a little bit of teleporting. Oh, that was... That was not it. There we go. It's fine. The graphics are enhanced in the Sega CD version so far as it runs at a much smoother frame rate, and it has some cool full motion video cutscenes.
Yeah, I believe the actual rasters are exactly the same as Genesis.
That is
they
correct.
Did such a good job to begin with.
Can I make it? Yes, I can. That is a relatively recent trick. You don't need to swim through the double helix. You can actually just kind of clip through the left side. That was discovered by Chubbus. Free Chubbus.
Free Chubbus.
Is that a cheeky I hear in chat? However fleeting.
Fleeting cheek. How fast the cheeks may fly.
Dude, I straight up knew I was gonna miss one of the history glyphs. I was like, I know where they are.
Yeah, not really much to say about this stage. Even in the speedrun, it's kind of routine.
Yeah.
Just get the babies back to the mother, and then you can outpace the last baby when she sends it to open up the exit, but not by too much. But that's kind of more like a speedrun commentary, really.
Yeah, and the only real danger is if you get too far ahead of the baby, you can despawn it, and the exit won't spawn in correctly, so you have to go back to the beginning of the stage, which is always a load of fun when you're on pace, but you know, this is already run invalid for using the debug menu, so oh well. It's a marathon. It's for charity.
Indeed.
This is one of those levels that really benefits from the Sega CD and the lag reduction, because anytime you see the bubbles, there's a current there, and that would cause a frame rate drop in the Genesis version. But I honestly don't think there's anything you can do in the Sega CD version to cause it to lag. It is like one of the most rock-solid 60 frames per second games that I've played on the Genesis or Sega CD. This is playing on a Sega Genesis Model 1 VA6 motherboard with a Mega EverDrive Pro, which serves as basically a FPGA clone of the Sega CD. I do have a Sega CD Model 1 and a JVC Xi, but unfortunately both of them are kind of acting up for me, so just using the EverDrive. Plus, I mean, the loads are faster since it doesn't have to do any seeking. Oh, and this level especially, the lag reduction is huge, because anytime you have the palette swap when you sonar, it would lag pretty hard. Yeah, you know, cheeky, combination Sega Genesis / Sega CD made at the height of the capacitor plague. Those things never act up. Amazingly, my Model 1 Sega CD, which is a tray loader, it still has a good drive belt and tray belt, so it still works. Like, but the last couple of times I've played it, I've gotten crashes at inopportune times, so didn't want to chance it.
Okay, I didn't know about this capacitor plague thing you just referenced, but just quickly reading up on it, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like, that's when they were switching over from Japanese capacitors to Chinese capacitors, and like all of the capacitors were basically made based off of plans that this Japanese engineer had stolen and sold to China. Only it turned out they were really crappy plans, and oh man. So if you have anything built from between like 1992 to 1996 or 7, you probably want to replace the capacitors on it. That goes for like every single Game Gear, by the way. If you have a Game Gear right now, like, get it recapped. I've been putting it off on mine, and I really shouldn't, but that's like not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Alright, Sea of Green, we skip feeding the Hungry Dolphin on this level because this is like one of the few glyph skips that actually works in Tides. You can just kind of wiggle Ecco through here. And that saves a lot of time. Okay. I still have no earthly idea how Chubbis does this level. He is absolutely faster than me on this level, by the way. Like,
he was stressing hard about this when he was running the game. Like, he just wouldn't stop talking to me about it. Which is fair. I mean,
his strategy for it is insane. He's like straight up racing the shell. Like, it's a sight to behold, but man, it is. I don't know how he does it. Dude, all I can say is thank God for the auto-scrollers in this game, because if he had spent another week on it, he would have bopped me for sure.
Yep. He's definitely one of the reasons he stopped, I think. Oh, just a little thing. This goes for casual playthrough, so in Moray Abyss here, obviously Grim went through it just fine, but the red eels do damage per frame, so like in a fraction of a second, you're dead.
I think Ecco has something like between 15 and 20 hit points, and it will do 1 point of damage per frame you're overlapping it, so in a third of a second or less, you will die. It's that's true of basically anything that does damage to you in this game that doesn't also do knockback. See, the iframes are kind of tricky. Like, they don't really exist. It's more the knockback that's supposed to keep you from getting instantly killed by stuff. But if you're just overlapping it, you're gonna die. That's why the blue alien drones are very dangerous as well, because they don't do knockback.
Yeah, the mature vortex, the shrimps, those also do the same, but they're not that threatening. They can be scary, but they move a little bit more slowly. Pretty obvious where they're coming from. And you can kill them pretty quickly.
Alright. I'm gonna try to go for the one glyph strat. Hopefully it works.
Hi.
Oh my god. First try.
Nicely done.
Okay. There's a chance I could soft lock the game on this level, but, you know, it's fine. We've already used the debug menu, so whatever. There's another history glyph there. That one's pretty obvious. Didn't soft lock the game. Good stuff. Hey, you'll notice I'm not running a timer for any of these games, chat, so I'm not trying to claim this is legitimate speedrunning. This is more quick exhibition. If you want to see speedruns of the CD versions of the Ecco games, tune in next month to SEGA-Thon, because I'll be speedrunning both of them against my better judgment. Particularly Ecco 1 CD, because that's a really hard speedrun. There are no glitches in it. Well, there are two. There's the Undercaves glyph skip and there's Lagoon skip, but other than that, it's glitchless.
Oh, man. Brutal.
Eventually, I do want to switch the leaderboard for... Well, I want to make a Sega CD category for this game, first of all, and I do want it to be loads removed timing, because with that timing method, this would be faster than the cartridge version, just based solely off of lag reduction.
Yeah, definitely worth making another leaderboard, at least. Not category for that. I think it would have to be... No, yeah.
And yes, Val, Lagoon skip is in every version of Ecco 1 except the Windows version of it. The special edition with the 256 color graphics. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't exist on that version, but
Not about that one. Yeah.
It takes some effort to even get that one running these days.
Yeah, that'd have to be like a 95 game. Windows 95, I mean. Yeah, definitely.
Cheeky way ahead of me, sharing Rezard's guide in chat. Rezard has a fantastic glitch guide for Ecco 1 that goes over every single known glitch in the game and which versions that the glitches work on. If you're interested in learning Ecco 1, there's probably no single better resource than that. Oh, second try on Hungry Ones. God Gamer.
Yeah. Pro. Egg Pro. You haven't been running this lately, right?
I was earlier this year.
Well, I mean, like, in, like, the past week.
Oh, no. I didn't touch this game at all. Like, I made sure that I would be able to finish Ecco 1J and Ecco 2 Master System, as well as Chakan, but I didn't touch this at all. Zero practice.
That's some pretty good retention right there. I mean, you grind it as much as, well, you do. I think it might need, like, 5 years or something for you to lose that.
I'm hoping I never do. I hope it's like riding a bike. Although I realize as I say that, the last time I rode a bike, I definitely, like, ran straight into a chain link fence. So maybe that's not the best example. Alright, abuse some object loading order to clip through a wall. And take us to the future, baby.
What happens when you get a really good massage?
Yeah. Yeah, but the masseuses typically don't explode.
Oh, I don't know what spas you're going to.
Not the right ones, apparently. Trying a fence clip IRL. Yeah, let me tell you, it doesn't work as well as it does in the games. The fences are a little bit more solid. Okay. We're doing some really weird routing here, so break these open, jump over here, hit this glyph, Point Echo down to despawn an invisible object. And now we are going to do something really wacky with this,
Orb?
Yep.
Nice.
So... gotta make sure I get the right frame here. I think that's it. Almost. Boom. Skips probably more than half the level. And since we activated the barrier eating glyph, there we are. That was a really good Vortex future.
Wow. Sick.
See, that's why you gotta come back to this game, Cronoon. You haven't even done a run since Chubbas figured that trick out.
Yeah, no, I know. There's a bunch of stuff like that. Well, not like that, but yeah. I'm pretty happy about that one. Because I had that happen to me once, sort of, in that way. I'm like, oh, you can get a zip here? And then the task came out, I'm like, oh, you can, but you have to be a computer. And then
yeah,
Chubbas is like, I'm the computer, let me figure it out for people.
Yeah, you're right. Alright. Remember that stretch of time where, like, the route for Black Clouds just changed, like, literally every run?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Echo, get it together.
Yeah, this game really has a bunch of cool programming in it, but like here is just the gravity changing, and not just like upside down like Sonic style, but you even get like leftward gravity on the right side of the map. It's a pretty cool idea.
It's crazy. And speaking of crazy, my favorite level. Oh my god. This is actually even harder on Sega CD because of the lag reduction.
Hi, right, School of Bob. Right you are.
Alright. I'm gonna try to chain hits. Okay, I got 3 chain, so... Alright, that was a clean globe holder, amazingly. After each hit in the second phase, there's a brief window where you can push it against the wall quickly for another hit. And ideally, you can chain all 6 together, but I've done that once. It's really difficult to do.
That's impressive. That fight has come quite a way. A wimble way.
It's still the biggest gatekeeper in the run, because it knows when you're on pace, dude. I swear it does.
Shout out to the Ecco series for one of the most intimidating fights being just a ball. It's a giant circle.
Dude, that is so much quicker on the CD. Like, there was not a single frame drop. In fact, I'm not even sure if you can soft lock in Asterite's room there on the CD version. You might be able to, but like, that was quick. Those bubbles spawned in quick.
It's just uncanny.
And my favorite trick in the game, because it's free, just swim at that wall really quick, and you're in the auto-scroller halfway through. I do like this music a lot. It's not nearly as good as the Genesis music on this level, but I'm biased because Convergence is my favorite track in the game on Genesis.
It's pretty good. I think I like Tubes of Medusa more, but it has the same melody.
Tubes of Medusa has like one of the strongest kick drums of any 16-bit game. I mean, that thing is
fucking rocks hard.
Yeah.
Love the baked bean snakes here.
Yes.
Well, I say I love them, but just by looking at them, because man, they're brutal. They can also do frame-based damage.
I've had runs die to them by not being careful.
Same.
Okay, unlike Ecco 1, we are not going to check out the Queen's stomach. We're just going to do the speed strats on the boss. Alright, and I can put down the controller for a minute, because we got some cutscenes. Yo, Shanna, what's up? Welcome to Ed-A-Thon. My voice is starting to give out, but it's okay, because I've only got a few more levels.
Where's the video glyph? Is it, or history glyph? It's in Atlantis?
Yeah, City of Forever. Right next to the entrance, so... pretty tough to miss. See, now that you guys are listing, you know, GrimShins as Defender of the Future speedrunner, I'm just terrified that people are gonna go look at my, like, 6-hour-long glitchless run where I straight up forget how to do most of the levels.
What was the worst stage in your experience playing that glitchless?
Probably one of the stages that gets skipped in the glitched category. 4 Ways of Mystery or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, yeah.
It was mostly bad because I forgot that you could get rid of the damaging kelp by sonaring it. So it was bad because I was stupid. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I would probably be pretty pissed myself.
It was particularly bad because this was during the 12-hour challenge weekend, and I had literally played it the night before. Spent 9 hours on that game on night 1 and 6 hours on night 2.
Well, I wouldn't blame you for that. It's a lot in that game to remember. I mean, just the layout.
Oh, true, Cheeky. Hatchery glitchless is definitely worse. All right, coming up in the home stretch here. All right. One day we'll figure out the glyph hitbox despawn in this level, but today is not that day. Exceptionally good luck with the blue fish this go around.
Oh, what the hell? Yoink.
Are we running behind? A little bit, Esta. And it's gonna get a little bit further behind once we play the cutscenes at the end, but it's all good. Oh my god. Well, I guess because I forgot to do the freest of free glitches in the game, we're this is what Fish City's supposed to look like, y'all. You transform into a school of fish, and your brethren try to eat you, but you can replace parts of yourself with other fish. You can skip the metasphere at the start of this level and swim through it as a dolphin, and that's like a lot faster. But you miss out on this gimmick, and it's kind of a cool gimmick.
Kind of a little Crusader Ascendia vibe in a way.
Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. And here it is, the grand finale, where we get to watch Ecco the movie. We already saw History Glyph 1, but you know what? We're gonna watch it again. I think the Windows 95 version of Ecco the Dolphin has a 256 color encode of these videos, which is pretty sick.
I don't know. For some reason, I get the impression that whatever team worked on the 95 version probably also worked on the CD version, or Sonic CD version for PC too.
I would believe that.
Let me say that. Just look that up.
What happens after Ecco 1 to set up the events of Tides of Time? Basically, almost immediately after Tides of Time, the Vortex Queen falls to Earth, and she figured out that the asteroids helped power you up to defeat her. So she goes and murks his ass, and Tides of Time happens. I mean, it's an unspecified amount of time, but Tides takes place pretty shortly after Ecco 1, by all indications. Should have killed her harder in Ecco 1 then. Yeah, Cheeky. Well, I thought I did. You know, I thought that removing her jaw and gouging out her eyes and, like, charging her until she started flashing bright red and, like, shooting jellyfish and dolphin out of her, I thought that was enough. Ah, forgot the third eye in the back of her head because the game wasn't in 3D. Damn. I should have gone for the heart. Some timeline mess in an Ecco game? Nah. All right, History Glyph 2. We finally get to see it. See, that's what was missing in Defender of the Future, is it didn't have any ice levels. I think that based off of what we know about Sentinels of the Universe, it was supposed to have some ice levels, but what could have been. Oh man, the glyph looks so cool here. Okay, I know. It's easy to dunk on Jaws Unleashed, but hear me out, that game's actually awesome. I very much enjoyed the time that I spent with Jaws Unleashed. I may even finish it someday, but you know, for Appaloosa Interactive, if you have to go out on a game, Jaws Unleashed is a hell of a game to go out on. I mean, how could you not love these cutscenes? Everything about them is so freaking cool. I especially love this shot with the time machine in silhouette. Exactly, Diggity. The Coca-Cola bottling plant. My favorite thing about the Ecco universe, though, is when Asterite tells you to go to Atlantis, Ecco's just like, oh, okay. I know where Atlantis is. Like everybody in the ocean, it's just like, oh yeah, Atlantis. Stupid humans have been trying to find it for thousands of years. They're just not looking in the right place.
It took me a bit, but they were not the same team.
Well, I'm glad that mystery is put to rest. Oh man, I love the psychedelic time travel sequence. Oh my god, the past is scary. Save me, Pteranodon. Cheeky, are you implying that Plato may have made some things up? Because I don't know about that one. Oh, and I love this angry eyes and frown. Dolphins can't actually do that, but I think Ecco is sufficiently mad here. I'm gonna flex some muscles that I don't have in my face. So it's really funny, pushing Asterite's globe here, you actually do that in the 8-bit version of Ecco, and it is a pain. And we got magical dolphin powers now. See, I wish the charge attack were really a laser beam shooting out of Ecco's forehead, because that's awesome.
What the hell? Oh, man. Whee! What a game.
Was that Booster popping in?
Might have been.
Just hanging out.
Oh, hey.
Luke.
Hey, guys.
What do you think of Ecco the Dolphin, the movie?
Oh, this is incredible.
Right?
I mean, this is what had come out from Pixar by this point?
Possibly Toy Story. Like,
That's what I'm thinking.
But-
Maybe Toy Story.
I mean, there would have been their earlier stuff like Tin Toy, but honestly, in a lot of ways, I think the modeling in this is kind of a cut above that.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at this funnel of water. That's incredible.
All right, here we go. The final FMV cutscene. I really like the aesthetic for Vortex in this. Just very alien. I like the orange and the cyan. Good complementary colors.
You know they're
And the
evil because
drones
their
look
eyes are
very
red,
threatening.
not blue, right? Grim, isn't that correct? They're evil because their eyes are red, not blue.
Oh yes, that is true.
We
You
confirm
see,
that.
we need a guitar-playing skeleton in order to reform them.
See, if they would have done that, then there wouldn't have been the need for the sequel.
Yeah. Oh, and I love this. Gate slams down. Got the queen all hooked up to machinery there. And boom.
Dolphins with freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
It's science or something.
Man, that's so impressive. That alien ship looks better than the Independence Day alien ship.
And I love this. Just the dolphins swimming through space, surrounded by like flower petals or something.
I feel like I'm getting drunk watching this.
Well, you can. I mean, it is a SegaCrew
Yeah,
event.
hey, we're not going to stop you. All right, back to the game. So let's aggro the alien here to open the door for us.
Pretty nicely done. That is a risky move, because those when the guys hug you, you're dead.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why I called that moron strats. But perfect spawn RNG for the larva. All right,
Wow,
There we
that
have
looked
it.
like a good city.
Echo the Tides of Time, Sega CD, FMV %.
GG.
GG. Dolphin spin.
Oh man, and there's no lag frames there. That is so much smoother than the Genesis version. Look at
You
all
ever
those
seen a dolphin in a
sprites.
washing machine?
And the game's gonna chastise me. Try playing the game without the cheat mode. Okay.
Excellent.
Ed's chiding you from the code.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
as we know, there's some flavor text at the end that explains that, you know, Ecco's bad at following directions. He didn't destroy the time machine. He used the time machine. And yeah, since we're running a little behind schedule, I will go ahead and sign out here. I have been GrimShins, joined by Cronoon, Cheeky Chunk, Booster
Yo.
Shane, and No Diggity at various times. Hope you enjoyed the Ecco block. I certainly had a blast with it. And yeah, I will be on later to race Chakan the Forever Man against Cyphrin and Dagron, so be sure to check that out. And up next, I think we've got the X-Men block. So stick around.
Excellent.
It's going to be a lot of fun. All
Thank
right,
you so much, Grim. Appreciate it.
take care.